So this is one of these things that really upsets people when we say it, that all cults are the same, but it doesn't make it any less true. And your heartburn with it just means that you aren't there yet in your understanding of a cult as a entire field. So one of the things that I took away from my book, The Culting of America, which has a 36-page bibliography. I have done a very thorough literature review of all of the experts out there writing on cults, and almost all of them will tell you that all cults are the same. Same story, different details, and even the details usually aren't that different. This is actually a crucial part of deconstructing your cult experience, understanding that yours wasn't different. Because part of what every cult does is make you feel unique and special, and in fact it isn't. I believe this so much and have found this to be true in 38 years of studying cults that I always tell people, go read 5 cult memoirs in a row. And this is what my cult book club is based on, which you can access through becoming a Patreon subscriber linked in the bio. And everybody starts off thinking their experience was very different and very unique, and you have to be super specific about the details. And then after you read about 5 or 12, like we do in a year-long book club, you really, really, truly begin to see that they're all the same. They're all the same. The way humans control each other is one formula, and we see it the same way every time. The details might vary, but it's always the same. And that's how we can so firmly say things like cults are always about labor. And that's how we can so firmly identify these groups and these experiences at cults. It's also important to know this because, well, experts have said all cults are the same, which means there's a generic cult baby experience. And I believe I am helping to put the language to that. These same experts also say that it might be impossible to heal from our cult experiences without really understanding what has happened to us. So I'm very sorry if it is triggering to you to hear experts say that all cults are the same, but this is an important part of deconstructing your own cult experience, is understanding that. Just like an important part of putting together a healthy identity is understanding that, like, you are special and unique, just like everyone else on earth. And having that language and having that community with which to deconstruct it is extremely important. This is also why I say you can put me into any questionable cult in the world, and I could point you to the sexual and financial abuse within 24 to 48 hours, like that, because they're all the same. This also is because they all study each other. It's upsetting to people, and I understand that, but I believe you'll get there in your deconstruction and understanding of how it works. And this is also why we could recommend, like, certain memoirs, like the one I wrote, to anyone who has survived a high control experience, because you are going to relate, because there are the same bones at the bottom of every high control group experience and every cult. I'm Daniella, scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership. I wrote this book, Uncultured, about growing up in the Children of God religious cult and then going into the cult of the U.S. Army. So in my one memoir, you get to see 2 different cult experiences and see how exactly the same they are at the end of the day. You can get signed copies of Uncultured attached here, or listen to me read it to you on Spotify Premium or anywhere else you get your audiobooks.